welcome to the Tavern Chat Podcast. I am your host, Eric Tenkar, your bartender in the OSR, your main proprietor of the Tenkar's Tavern blog, Discord server, media group, Facebook group, Twittering, and Instagram. Oh, God. So this disclaimer that Wizards of the Coast felt the need to put up, including on some 5E. So it's on everything from 4E and earlier, and even on some 5E releases like the Ravenloft, I guess, DM's Guild Guide from 2016. Okay. Now, although I read it yesterday, I'm gonna. We recognize that some of the legacy content available on this website does not reflect the values of the Dungeons and Dragons franchise today. Yes, that is a fucking typo. Yes, it's still up there this morning. And what does that mean to me? Well, it means to you is that they don't give a fuck. All right? How can you have a typo in the name of your product line and an announcement like this where you're like, some older content may reflect ethnic, racial, and gender prejudice that was commonplace in American society at that time. What? Back in 2016? 4 fucking years ago? Or is that really the issue? Right? Are you saying that Wizards of the Coast was full of ethnic, racial, and gender prejudice 4 years ago? Now, they might be. Okay, they might be. Emerald had this whole fucking article about a Wizards of the Coast employee who basically felt he was the token minority. His ideas were stolen, and I guess he was unceremoniously let go. He complained about it in public, so I don't think he's going to get another job in the industry, but maybe it isn't the desire anyway. So what you're saying, effectively, Wizards of the Coast, is, especially considering the fact that you've got this dirty laundry being aired about your work environment right now, is it that this disclaimer should be on every product prior to July 2020? And here's the thing, too. It's on products that, Keep on the Borderland. I have to go back and reread Keep on the Borderland and find out what's offensive in it, or reread Hamlet T1, right, and see what's offensive in that. I guess the player's handbook is offensive because females have lower strength maximum scores than males, right? That's offensive. And yes, it's a game. I don't know why we needed to have such, but we also had racial maxims. And I always thought dwarves were stronger than humans, but a human's maximum was 1800 if they were a fighter. A dwarf maximum was 1899, right? There was a game balance going on for the races. But it was, for gender, there really wasn't a game balance. It was supposed to be realistic. But that's going to be a gender prejudice, I guess. So the player's handbook from first edition is offensive. Also, I believe that they use the male pronoun throughout the early releases as a default, so I'm guessing that that's offensive. Really, what I find offensive is the line, "These depictions were wrong then and are wrong today." Well, again, the whole point of progress is that society progresses, right? We no longer have, duels. Duels are no longer legally or socially acceptable, right? They used to be. There used to be a way to handle slights. We no longer recognize them. Is a depiction of a duel going to be prejudicial? It's a change at a time, right? women could not vote until the early part of the 20th century. Is that something that shouldn't be depicted if we're going back and covering something, I don't know, post-Civil War? This is a fucking fig leaf, folks. It's a fig leaf. This announcement reads like it was written by a minimum wage intern. Oh, we gotta get something up. And so, dude, did you write it? Yeah, I wrote it. Well, read it to me. Because nobody actually read the fucking copy before it went live. Or I'll say somebody, I would hope, somebody on the level of, I don't know, Jeremy Crawford, Mike Merles, or Ray Winninger would have gone, you do realize that the game that we own, the trademark, is Dungeons and Dragons, not Dungeon and Dragons. You think somebody would have fucking caught that? Which tells me this was slapped together over the weekend when everybody was off celebrating the 4th of July, extended weekend. Give this job to the schlep. Yo, Paulie. Listen, I know you normally write like Magic the Gathering cards, but we need you to make a D&D statement about how we're going to be inclusive going forward and how we disavow our prior prejudices. Can you put that together? Well, I got a barbecue. Listen, fuck your barbecue. Get ready. Bang this shit out. How long is it going to take you? I don't know, 15 minutes? Bang it out and read it to me. Do you want me to email it to you? I don't have the time to read a fucking email because I have my own barbecue to take care of. You fucking read it to me. And nobody caught the fucking typo. Nobody caught the typo. This is on every legacy product, 4th edition and before, a handful of 5e stuff, and nobody caught it. How fucking retarded is that? And how knee-jerk is it? Should we run this by legal? No. This sounds great. This is us owning up to the sins of everybody that was here before us. But not us. Not us. Okay? 4th edition and before. I don't know why we... Must have been some parameters in that code you wrote that included some of these 5e releases. We'll have to fix that. But, yeah. We threw everybody else under the bus, right? But not the current employees, right? Not the current management staff here. We threw the others under the bus because they were the prejudicial ones. They were the racist ones. They were the sexist ones. Throw them under. Now I'm hearing, well, it's better than them pulling stuff. Well, you know what? Be that as it may, it is better than them pulling stuff. The only reason why they aren't pulling stuff yet is the man-hours involved in going back, even if it was just to take a fucking, blocking out offensive text. Please replace every he with she or they. Listen, we are a country that has gone politically correct to the fucking extreme. And now we are politically correcting our own history. Now they're saying, we're not making the changes because that would hide the truths. That would hide us from the past. This content is presented as it was originally created because to do otherwise would be the same as claiming these prejudices never existed. Well, I got news for you, Wizard of the Coast. According to stuff going on in social media, you have some of the same shit going on in your offices now. Today. What's more important? Prejudices and genderisms that were wrong then and are wrong today, or were wrong today and were wrong then, that happened in the past and were socially acceptable. This was part of, should I say the culture? but there wasn't an issue with it at the time? Or do you look at your own fucking house today? Look at your own employees today, your own management today. Look at your fucking selves now. Stop pushing this ball back 40 years and say, hey, all the original guys and a handful of gals, they were all fucking prejudicial. They were the sexists, they were the racists. You know, everybody that smoked in the office back then and probably had a bottle of scotch in their desk. Those were the, not us today. Us today, we don't have any Who's this Orion guy? Who? What's he claiming? What happened? Yeah, look at yourselves today. Before you, I know this is just a way to keep the cash flow coming. Because to be honest, all right, if it wasn't for the legacy products being sold as evergreen, print on demand, and PDF for the older editions, how much money would Wizards of the Coast be making off its D&D properties? Would 5e be making enough money to keep 5e in print? I don't know. Is it the most popular RPG? Yes. But it has costs that are sunk into it constantly. New product is new cost. Old product, your costs are already done. Your old product, for and before, done by the racist, sexist assholes that you're now disowning, are making you money. And you don't want to give that up. So you're not going to pull the product off. Right? You've learned that the fear you had of, oh my God, it's all our old product is going to be pirated. That's why we had to pull the PDFs off prior. The first purge. Now you're realizing, no, this shit is making us money. And once it's up and for sale, it's just ka-ching, 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 ka-ching. And our new gamers have discovered, oh, there's old stuff, and I don't have to pay the aftermarket for it. I can pay reprints that are costing me pretty much as it cost retail back in the 80s. That's awesome. Why not? Why not? Oh wait, it's racist and sexist, and it's ist. It's ist. I think we need a new adversary for you, the PCs. Ists. They just latch on, and then suddenly you're the ist. So, yeah, this is a bit of a rant, but it's been digging into me. It's been digging into me. It's not just gaming, okay? This is all of society. We are judging the past by the rules of the present. Oh, John Smith wasn't pro-gay marriage back in 2010. He might be now, but he wasn't then. Therefore, he was a sexist. What? Again, what about in the 60s? Right? What about when there were laws that prohibited such relations? Now, I'm not saying those laws were right, but that was the reality back then. And to judge the rest of society, well, it's against the law and you shouldn't break the law. Well, because you weren't for gay marriage back in the 60s, you are deemed a sexist. Is that what we're going to get to? And then someone's going to go, oh, you don't understand. You don't understand. Tennecourt doesn't understand. No, I understand. But I also understand things like we're told that as a Western culture, we can't judge other cultures, right, against our moral standards. Right? As somebody from, the United States, which is a Western culture, I can't judge people, India, Thailand, Saudi Arabia, and their legal systems, right? I can't judge their legal systems because that's their culture, right? Well, this is our culture from 40 years ago. I'm not going to judge it based upon our culture now, right? If I can respect other cultures that are in the here and now who have even legal procedures that I find appalling, fucking appalling. But I'm told I can't judge such because there's cultural differences. You have to respect the other cultures. Even when they bring such to the United States and they don't assimilate. Somebody from the 60s doesn't assimilate to 2020. Now we're going to call them a horrible person. Right? Our old game books aren't assimilating. Therefore, they are prejudicial. I don't know. I think that we find too much reason to find fault. We are a society right now, not just in gaming, but otherwise, that is eager to find fault in our fellow man. So we can judge them. And when you start judging the past against today's present, the past is never going to meet your expectations. It's impossible. That's what fucking progress is. So stop judging the past based upon today. Based upon the here and now. Be happy that the here and now is the here and now. And appreciate the steps that it took to get to the here and now. Don't damn those intermediate steps. I think I said enough. That being said, I think I'm going to break out my original Munster Manual, first edition. Open it to the Succubus page because, of course, that page opens up on its own. I probably looked at that more as a young teen than anything else in my fucking life. Sexist, right? All right. Folks, that's sexist, but we have more free pornography available to 9 years old to find on the internet. Ascertain that you're at least 18 or 21. If they can fucking read, they can find porn now, right? But that's not sexist. Alright. I've said enough. It's a rant. You'll have to forgive me. Or not. Fucking damn me too. I guess I'll put a disclaimer up, right? Folks, as I've been talking about recently, we're in the midst of a pandemic. Use common sense. Alright? That's what it comes down to. Use common sense. It's spurring up. Use your fucking common sense. Be safe, be well. God bless. Roll those dice. And God willing, I will talk to you. Well, tonight. It's going to be on the Discord server. We're going to be hanging out with Bad Mike. Mike Battalato, North Texas, Frog Dog Games. And Old Man Grognard, Glenn Hellstrom. We're going to be doing some talking crit. So it's going to be a recording of a live podcast, and that will probably go up tomorrow. I don't think I can do too many days of 2 podcasts a day. What will the world say? All right, folks. Be good. Be well. God bless.